Hey there, folks. Welcome back. Each week here on Everyday Northwest, we like to introduce you to some of the creative and diverse people who make our part of the Pacific Northwest just an incredible place to experience a wide variety of cultures. So here with the juice is Jeremiah Stroup.
Hey, thanks, Ali, for that introduction. I'm excited to introduce a very special guest, a talented musician whose unique blend of R&B, Afrobeat, and South African Amapiano have been making waves globally through his upcoming, though his upcoming performance at the Mission Theater has been postponed. Don't worry, we're still so thrilled to have him here and talk about his journey so far and what's next for him. Mungo, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Thank you guys for having me. It's good to be here.
I'm feeling kind of excited because I think when you do return to the Rose City, people are going to know about you. We can hype it up a little bit today and just let people know how talented you are. So I'm going to ask you a little bit about your inspiration behind your music. I know people like Bob Marley have inspired you, Nina Simone, and then you've got this blend of Afrobeats and Amapiano. How do you have that become so cohesive? And also, how are those inspirations kind of influencing your music today?
Right, yeah, thanks, Jeremiah. I think a lot of my inspirations had two things that I strive for, is a message that's, very firm, and they're always fighting for social justice and causes that are super important, and they're really important to me. And I think a big part of it is also blending genres. I grew up listening to all these different people, and because they all played these different genres, it was easy to use these foundational percussive elements and blend it with this. And so I think it's easy to blend because they have this just good music.
Yeah, they look at those artists, they're so unifying, and then you're able to bring that music and unify with it as well.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about your creative vision, because I know you're involved in every aspect, from the performances, outfitting you and the band, right?
Yes.
So talk to us about what influences what you put together from kind of a visual standpoint.
Yeah, so I would like to describe myself as a protean artist, which just means I'm constantly shape-shifting what I create and how I create. And so I think because of that, it's very easy to put together a show that has all these elements. I teach dance classes, and so I can choreograph for my music videos, and I make clothes and did in college when I did art and design. And so it's easy to just, blend it into the whole picture. And I think it's also knowing and being inspired by the people that do it at a bigger level, and just wanting.
Because I'm thinking of Beyonce. She's involved in every aspect of her stuff.
Exactly. That's one of my biggest inspirations.
But some of the best of the best, they have their hands in everything, which I think
Right.
that's so great you do that. And I think sometimes when you're an up-and-coming artist, it's out of necessity, but I think down the road, it really pays off. Now, as you're touring, you're like, hey, I can handle the costumes, the outfits, the choreography, all of the stage performance. It's kind of amazing.
It really is. It's fun. Yeah.
Let's touch on some of your career highlights, because you've already accomplished a lot. I mean, people are buzzing about your single, Wish You'd See. We talked a little bit about that before, as well as the EP Wishes, and of course I resonate with that. What have been some of the standout moments, though, for you in your career so far?
I think tour was incredible. Tour was amazing. It was the first time we were out, different cities and figuring out and connecting, and that was a big highlight. And opening for acts like Jalen Gonda, Lee Fields, has all been, Monophonics has been incredible. These are people that I listen to constantly, and to be able to open for them and share a stage with them and respect them that way has been incredible. So I think there's quite a few of those. Yeah.
Well, let's touch quickly on what you're excited about as far as your next project, collaborations. What's coming up for you?
Right. So right over here, I have my Aftermath EP, which is going to be out on November 15. On streaming and digital, of course. But this album has 3 more songs, the physical. So that's the next thing. And after that, I'm taking a little hiatus, and I'm directing a show for the first time ever. So it's my debut at directing, and so that show premieres January 11th at the Morrison Center in Boise. And then I'm working on an album called Where I Want to Be. That will be out next spring, maybe
2025. Yeah, we won't press you. Maybe spring, at least summer.
We'll just wait. We'll see what happens.
Well, we will not want to miss that. So thank you so much, Mungo, for stopping by and joining us today. We love that. We can't wait to see what's next for this talented artist, and you've been on an incredible journey, no doubt about it. For more information on Mungo's music and future projects, be sure to follow him on Instagram on Mungowana, and check out his website, mungowana.com. I'm Jeremiah Stroup. I'll see you next week for a very spooky juice.